Ladies and gentlemen, this is your president speaking. As you can see, this is an empty clubhouse, and for good reason. We've decided to cancel our AGM this year due to recent events regarding the coronavirus. So, what I am going to be doing is announcing our new president via video link. I will get back to you shortly. As I've mentioned before, we're going to do something slightly different this year due to recent events across the world. I've had a fantastic year this year as president of Blackheath and Bromley Harriers, a fantastic club. And I'm going to give you just a brief overview of my year so far. For me, one of the highlights of my year was hosting our anniversary dinner at the 150th anniversary dinner at the House of Parliament, which Chris Haynes helped to organise. It was a night full of heartfelt speeches, and my former coach, Mike McFarlane, was a principal guest and a keynote speaker. It was a fantastic evening and something that, for me, resonates in my heart. I just want to take the opportunity to celebrate the success of Dean Asher-Smith this year, who's had a fantastic year. Our first female sprint global champion over 200 metres, and she went on to finish second in the 100 metres, and also to pay tribute to her coach John Blackie, who really helped to really cement and guide her career. I've also been privileged to witness our under-20s this year win the YDL finals in Manchester. Then they went on to finish top 3 rather at the European Championships in Portugal. So it's been so far for the club a fantastic year. I've also experienced a lot of firsts this year. I went to my first mob match at Richmond Park, where I completely made a hash of our club cry. I also went to a national cross-country event in Nottingham this year. It was extremely cold, and those that know me know I hate the cold. And also I ran my first mile in 7 minutes and 9 seconds. For me, I'm greatly proud. I also wanted to say a few thank yous for some people that really helped me this year and have guided me through the way. I'd like to pay a special thanks to Paul Byfield, who's guided me this year and has been a source of strength. Also, Mike Peel has been fantastic. Also want to thank Stephen Hollingdale and all the past presidents who really made my job a lot easier this year. Also Nick Brooks as well, who helped to write the weekly updates for our news night on a Wednesday, and all those who deputised for me. Just thank you very much. And also I want to pay a massive tribute to all our volunteers, club coaches, trustees and the committee management team, all those who help to see the development of our club succeed. I just want to say a massive thank you from your president this year. Now for the announcement of my successor, our new club president. It's been difficult to try and choose somebody, because you've got to choose the right person for the right job, and the person that has the time and the commitment to put in for the role. It's a big role, and not everybody may have the time or the commitment necessary to do the role justice. But I've found the right person. Let me speak a little bit about this person. The new president won their first medal in the Southern Hemisphere, a bronze in the 100 metres. It wasn't until some years later they won medals in the UK, switching to the 800 metres and 1500 metres, winning golds in both events at the same meeting. In 1999, your president completed the London Marathon, running 5 hours and 20 minutes. Your president has a love for athletics, and they want to see our athletes fulfill their true athletic potential. They love the club's traditions and values, and want to see the club continue to strive to be the best club that we can be. This person is dedicated. This person is passionate, forward-thinking, and has a no-nonsense approach to things. A strategic thinker, somebody who loves athletics. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure I announce our president for Blackheath and Bromley's club president this year is dum dum dum.
Well, good afternoon. I'm very proud to have been invited to be the president of what is the best athletics club in the world. So it's a great honour. And I know that circumstances are a bit unusual for us, and maybe I'm the right president for the times, and these are unusual times, because this year What I'm going to strive to do is to really bring this club together. We're a great community, we have great volunteers, we have the best athletes in the world, we've demonstrated that. Dina and Adam are fantastic. Our young athletes are among the best in Europe, and that's because of the great support structure they have. The coaches, the officials, the volunteers, and of course all the parents that support their children, washing kit, bring them to events. Well, good news for the parents, there may not be so much washing of kit and taking to events this year, but we're going to find other ways to stay together as a club. You're probably going to see a lot of me on social media, and there's probably going to be a lot of initiatives that we're going to put out that may not be quite so about athletics, more about community. But certainly, once we get back to the business of athletics, cross-country, road running, race walking, we're going to be there. We will be the best club in the country again. Thank you very, very much for this great honour. It's great to be your new president. Thank you.
My job as the immediate past president to pay tribute to our outgoing president, Julian Golding. As most of you know, Julian has been a member of the club for several years. He started out as a very good junior athlete and went on to be a very successful senior athlete, in fact one of our most successful ever. And having not been in contact with Julian around that time, it was good to invite him to come down to our awards event in 2016, at which he spoke in very humble and uplifting terms about his relationship with the club. And that was one of the reasons why that particular memory resonated with me. And when I became president, he was my first choice as president, and I think personally he made a very good president. He brought a lot of humility, he brought a lot of discipline and honesty to the role, and I would like to praise him for that. And he was able to bring together various elements of the club, and he was able to sort of uplift and inspire our young athletes. And for those who were present, I'm sure they would have also been inspired by the speech he gave at the Young Athletes Dinner prior to the YDL final. He spoke in very personal terms to our athletes, and I think really inspired them to achieve what they did the next day at the final. So I would like to thank him for that, and to thank him for his tenure as president. But more importantly, I'd also like to encourage him to remain in contact with the club and to stay as an integral part of the club. He's brought a lot of knowledge and wherewithal as a former international athlete, and I would like him to bring that experience back into the club and make sure that he can play, a central part in the development of our athletes and the development of all of our volunteers. So thank you, Julian, for all you've done this year, but we also want to see you next year and many years ahead.